Here in the news, it's been a whirlwind of events this year for the Rickey Smiley Morning Show, sharing a tremendous amount of laughter, at times tears, but more importantly, imperative information. Let's count down our 2020 top 3 things you should know from the Rickey Smiley Morning Show's political activist, Jeff Johnson. Kicking things off here at number 5, Jeff shares what you could work on while staying home during the coronavirus.
There's a whole lot of us that talk about how we don't have time to do certain things. But now there's time for you to do that online course, to read that book, to build yourself up during this time. And lastly, do that thing that you've been saying forever you were going to do and didn't do.
Right.
Write that book. Create that screenplay, write that movie, do those things around the house, whatever it is. Like, we have the ability to be productive in this time.
Because he decided to play with the church and God this year, Jeff Johnson shares 3 Bible scriptures Donald Trump should read. It's number 4.
Just making sure that we had a couple scriptures, Rick, for the president today, so when he opens that Bible, he knows where to go. Proverbs 18:2-3, fools have no interest in understanding. They only want to air their own opinions. Doing wrong leads to disgrace, and scandalous behavior brings contempt. That's just one you may want to read, Mr. President. Another one is Proverbs 10:18-19, he that hideth hatred with lying lips, and he that uttereth a slander is a fool. In the multitude of words there wanteth no sin, but he that refrain his lips is wise. Just another one, Mr. President. I'm not sure if you have those scriptures as you open that Bible that you had as you lifted it up after brutalizing peaceful protesters. One more, Rick. Proverbs 18:13, spouting off before listening to the facts is both shameful and foolish. So just a couple of scriptures, just for the president, in the event that he knows how to read, and that he actually opens the Bible that he had as he lifted up in a photo op in front of a church that people were in front of peacefully protesting, but he ordered the police to violently attack them, shooting them with rubber bullets and pepper spray because he wanted to be in front of the church by himself, lifting a Bible that I don't think he knows scripture for.
Rolling in at number 3, how black men can and should support black women.
I want to stand with brothers who are already acting as well as those willing to shield black women. And what does that mean, Rick? It means S, I commit to see my sisters. H, hear my sisters. I commit to inform myself and my brothers about our sisters. E, to engage my brothers with support and accountability to ensure that a culture that honors our sisters is nourished and thriving in us. L, I commit to love my sisters without condition. D, I commit to defend my sisters from the world as they have attempted to do for me. And I realize that many of us do this every day, Rick. But there's a whole lot of raggedy, just F-boys masquerading as men, as the vast majority of us are trying to figure out the way we do this through our own trauma, lack of models, and simplistic and unfair image of the always strong, never human black woman.
During his 3 Things You Should Know segment, Jeff Johnson got the late Ahmaud Arbery's father on the phone. It's number 2.
I know that there's a lot of people that are praying for you as well as Ahmaud's mother. And I know that both of you you all have a dream team in retaining Lee Merritt and Attorney Crump. But what can we do to support your family in this moment, even before charges are brought?
Only thing I'm looking for my family is, because they under a lot of pressure, especially my daughter and my son and his mother. His mother taking it real hard. Only thing you can do is help get justice and just support them, and don't just bring stuff that gonna upset them, because they upset enough and stuff like that. They need some calm and pleasure right now, because it's really tore down, especially when that video came out. I tried to tell my daughter and son I'm not to look at that stuff.
Yeah, I feel bad for you, sir. I from the bottom of my heart, my family and I and everybody on this morning show, we are definitely praying for you. Jeff will let me know, Jeff, if there's anything that he need, if y'all need counseling, if you need anything to help you get through this, get through these tough times or whatever. But I just want you to know, and understand we're going to definitely fight to help you seek justice for your son or whatever. But I don't know, man. I've been having some real thoughts that I can't say on the radio. And
you and I both.
I don't know. I'm so filled with a little bit of hatred.
Man.
Like I'm filled with hatred right now because I'm not finna be on my knees and praying for the people and then turn the other cheek and pray for those who despise all that stuff, man. These white folks gave us that Bible to keep us docile and to keep us like this and stuff. And in the end, it's going to be all right. And Jesus is going to work it out and all this kind of stuff, man. My grandmother was born into that stuff and she died in that stuff. When
they gonna quit? Yeah. When they gonna quit? When?
Don't come to me talking about no Bible and talking about pray for the ones that despise. Man, listen. I'm talking about my great-grandma, my grandparents, my grandparents, my great-grandparents, my parents, and here we are, people that born and died living in oppression and racism and hatred and all this stuff. I walk in the grocery store right now and feel like somebody hate me, man. I had to go get my kids, all of my kids, get them armed, and they start their tactical training today. Just where they can defend themselves if something happened. I hate to put my guns in my kids' hand, but I don't have no choice.
They're making it like that. Huh.
I tell you one damn thing. They ain't gonna kill if they kill me. I promise you I'm gonna be shooting back. I'm not lying, and I'm not advocating violence, but I'm just at that point, man. When I sit there and see that man get shot down like he was an animal and not the great kid and somebody's son, somebody's brother, somebody's grandson. That's just absolutely horrible. It's terrible.
Yes,
and
it is.
Donald Trump, the president of the United States, is advocating for this kind of hatred.
Yes,
so you gotta if all y'all want to go to church and get on your knees and pray, because I don't see none of our big Jamal Bryant speak out. Pastor Freddie Haynes speak out. I don't see none of our other big-time bishops preaching on none of that. Preach on that. I dare you. I dare one of these big-time bishops with all these big followings, all of these bishops and folks and got these big churches and stuff. I dare you to take on this issue.
And wrapping us up here, number 1, 2 words.
Brianna Taylor.
Yes, sir.
Brianna Taylor. Brianna Taylor.
Say it.
Brianna Taylor. Call 502-595-2300. Ask them to arrest the cops who killed Brianna Taylor.
Hey, Jeff.
Brianna Taylor. Yes, sir.
Say it again. For the people in the back that didn't hear you, say it again.
Brianna Taylor. Brianna Taylor. 502-595-2300. Brothers in particular. Brianna Taylor. Brianna Taylor. Pick up the phone and call and ask them to arrest those who killed her in her home. That's all I got, Rick.
8 gunshots. The baby went to work and came home and was in her bed asleep. 8 gunshots. 8. Shot her down like a dog. She was already in the bed asleep. Probably don't even know the death that she died. It's crazy.
For more things you should know, subscribe to Rickey Smiley's YouTube at Rickey Smiley Official. For now, the news desk, I'm Toine the Don with Toine 360's breaking news.